I mean, honestly, it's true because
The homeless go
the homeless are thieving from other homeless.
really?
Yeah, they are because everyone's in the same position, but you have those that are cowards that make the choice that say, well, I'm going to take this man's stuff or this woman's things just because I need the next hit or the next shot or the next drink.
So why you think people that ruthless?
Come again?
Why you think people are that ruthless?
It's partial to say that, people, that addictions can be deadly. But you also have society that fuels it because, as you know nowadays, there's a business of recovery where it wasn't a business before. However, now today it's all insurance this and insurance that. And then people don't have insurance because they make the choice. I have a very funny way of saying things. That decisions are made by men. And choices are made by cowards beneath them. Because a general has to make a decision whether or not he's going to deploy his troops one way or another. The troops have a choice of what
To follow the direction or go
whether
the
or not to follow
opposite way.
or not. And if they're going to follow, how are they going to follow it? Into what direction or which tactical advantage are they going to have? The general or the president or Congress, whoever it may be that is in charge of that army, they're the ones that have to make the final decision. That decision is set in stone.
How do the homeless rob the homeless? I'm really
I've
curious to know
seen
that.
this on multiple occasions since I've been homeless since 2014 in Pompano Beach. I have seen the homeless come around while other homeless are sleeping with weapons. I had a friend of mine who got his skull bashed in over a simple gift card to McDonald's for $5.
Dang!
Okay? It's not about society anymore. When you come across those terms and you've seen it firsthand, there's no being ruthless. It's just that society has declared the person without anything a savage.
So what happened? We put one tray of food in the midst of 5 dogs in a cage. What you think gonna happen?
It's in a sense inevitable to happen, but now there's all sorts of ways to really look at that. If you look at it from one aspect, you don't know if it's the same litter of dogs. It could be different dogs that have all different backgrounds. Some are abused, some aren't. You don't necessarily know.
So that's where the strong survive.
But they say that only the strong survive because you have to be determined to make that change. That determination is a decision to change. I've decided I may be homeless, but I'm starting my own business once again, where I hadn't run business before, as what they call a concierge culinary artist. I provide meals or I demonstrate for people and teach.
So what about people?
I have made a decision to take me and my wife off the streets by any means possible. I don't have to rob the person next to me. I can go through it the proper way.
So what about when you do have a business idea and you know you can execute it, but then the process and the things that you have to go through to do it, do you think that there's privilege because of people culture and nationality or demographics?
No, everyone is the same. Look, if someone cut you across your arm,
we all gonna bleed.
We all gonna bleed.
I agree.
Sit there and bleed green while I'm bleeding blue or black.
So,
doesn't matter. This gentleman right here, so someone could injure him and he's bleeding red. When I get injured, I'm gonna bleed the same color.
So why is it that we feel like certain people should have priorities and they should have privilege to have certain things where others don't?
You see, the thing is this: is when you're out there in the streets for so long, and you've been going to the same places, getting the same handouts, whatever, you feel just because you have a longer time in the street above everybody else, that you're better than everybody else. You think that just because you sit there and get drunk 8 hours a day, versus a person who's just become homeless that doesn't drink themselves under the table.
So it's separatism even in the homeless world.
Even in the homeless world, there is separatism.
And you got separatism in the regular world where people feel like because they live in certain places or they make certain amount of money or they drive certain things.
Exactly. People look down upon them, and that's unfortunate.
And that's bad. That's division, isn't it?
The thing is this: we live in a democracy, and it's not. This country is nowhere near a democracy. Because ever since they decided to establish the United States as a democracy, it has never been such. In the beginning, you had the aristocrats and slaves. You had landowners, and then you had slave owners. Yet the landowners were treated better than slave owners.
So that's like what they call a house in our terms, and
In a
the
sense,
field
a
workers.
house.
Yes. So
But the theology
do you
still
think it's
remains
going?
the same.
So
If you
so
look at
do
today,
people? You think people know that they're a part of it when they doing that? Do you
nobody
think?
wants to open their eyes and really see what's going on anymore. You
So
have a
long as I
government
keep my
that-
eyes wide shut, I'm good. Long as I'm eating, is what you're saying.
It's not about whether or not you're eating or not. If you realize that the less we have, the more you can learn. The more you have,
The less you want to learn,
exactly,
you feel
the less
like you
you're
want,
gonna learn, then you're not going to be happy.
because you're not teachable, and
You're
you should
not
never become
understanding
unteachable.
anything further. When you become unteachable,
You lose a sense of who you are.
This is what you become. If you're homeless and you don't learn how to make that change, you don't learn that there's people out there who truly care about helping you to change, you're going to stay in the same situation you're in.
Well, we're going to conclude this. I appreciate you. This is an awesome video from A Leap of Faith Foundation, and we appreciate. What's your name?
Brian Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Where you from?
I am originally from New York City, born in Fort
Ooh.
Lauderdale.
And you originally from New York, and you came here? Really?
I came down to Pompano, and I lost everything. My ex-wife, I got divorced, I lost my daughter, lost my home. I've lost a lot, and I'm still here living
But
and breathing.
you decided you're going to still try and strive. You're going to make it.
I
You're
made a
determined.
decision. I didn't make a choice.
Amen.
If I made a choice to stay quiet, I'd still be homeless.
Amen.
The reason why I'm no longer homeless is because I know for a fact that my decision to pick myself and my new wife off the streets, that is a decision. It's a move of a man.
So it's no excuse not to succeed in this great place, is what you're saying. I appreciate
It may
you.
not be a great place, but I'll tell you this.
You work, you're going to get it.
If you work for it, you'll get it. If you strive for it, you don't have to get it in order to earn it. But the thing is this. Look at reality's perspective in its true light. If you don't show your true nature, people will color all over your pages like a book.
You're either the menu or you're on the menu.
Basically, yes.
You make that choice.
That's the decision. Either I'm going to be the one cooking that menu, or I'm going to be the one in the pages, or I'm going to be the one that's sitting in that menu.
I mean, I'm going to get ate up. Y'all be blessed.
Yep.